Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. Today, our group would like to present our group presentation. Firstly, I would like to introduce myself. My name is MIRA AFIFIYANA binti Muhammad Ali.
My name is AMIRA IZZATI binti ZULKAFLEE.
My name is Muhammad RUSYAIDI bin RUZMAN.
My name is FADHILAH binti Muslim.
My name is NURUL NAJIHAH binti IZZATI.
My name is FATIN AFIQAH binti ABDUL Hadi.
My name is FILZAH binti NASARUDIN.
Okay, that's the list of our group member. Without wasting our time, I would like to invite Miss Yasmin Syuhada binti Roslani from Namiko Surya Sendirian Berhad.
Hi, so I will introduce myself. Okay, so my name is Yasmin Syuhada binti Roslani. Currently, I'm working under HR department, but before this, I studied my degree in environmental health and safety, and then interned for 5 months, and then I was under contract under SHE.
Okay, thank you, Miss Yasmin, for the little bit of your introduction. Okay, I would like to give you the first question. The first question are profile of competent person that include education backgrounds, years of experience in OSH, and the company background.
My experience. Just now I thought I was talking about my experience. So like I said just now, I only interned under safety, health, and environment for 5 months. And then I worked under contract for 5 months. And now I've been working under HR for 1 year. So despite me being under HR, I'm still involved in safety programs such as emergency response and chemical management. So yeah, that's about it.
Okay, thank you for answering my question. For the second question, I would like to know a little bit about the company background and the experience in the industry.
Okay, so Namiko Surya Sendirian Berhad is an industry company that produces parts for Toyota and Prodor cars. The Toyota and Prodor are basically our customers. So some parts that we produce are like rear axle and what else? Lower arm and all those things. And so this industry is considered a bit quite dangerous because it involves with heavy metals that are hard, sharp, and risky in that manner. Yeah. I'm sorry, I can't give like a full-blown explanation. It's just something simple like that.
Sure, no things. But actually, it's quite clear for my understanding. For that, I pass to NAJIHAH for the next question. Thank you.
Hi again, my name is NAJIHAH. So I have one question to you. How can you always make sure the employee always aware to safety in measures?
Okay, so how I give how awareness to safety to the employees. Okay, so basically, the most important thing is awareness, meaning they should be aware of the place that they're working in and the risk that it has upon them. So one important method that we implement at Namiko Surya is through trainings. So trainings, the trainings that are conducted, there are some that's very important. For example, so basically when an employee first joins the company, so the induction is the first important thing. So when you are new to a place, so you are more inclined to follow the rules. So that's the most important part. So during induction, we give safety briefing on all the risks that are at the company. And then they are introduced to their workplace and the method of the process of the job. So through there, we give pendekanan on personal equipment, protective equipment, and the safety features such as safety sensors and safety emergency button. All those things are introduced to them. Did I answer the question?
So, okay, we are quite understanding. So now with the next question, Fatin.
Okay, hi Miss Yasmin. Okay, for the fifth question, may I know what are the most challenges that you have ever faced in this field? Such as if there is an accident, what will the OSHA and or safety officer will do?
Okay, so first and foremost, we go to the site. And so the person that is injured has to be removed away from the place of accident because the place of accident is considered dangerous. So once we move that person to the place of accident, that site I mean any operation that's working on that site is, how do you call it? It's barricaded so that no one disturb that area. And so then from there we analyze what had happened, and we ask the person who witnessed the incident to explain what happened. And then from there, take pictures of the place, take picture of the injury, and we study together with all the top management, the HOD, the head of department, and the leaders of that area, and then we do a YY analysis. So that YY analysis is like from one reason. For example, we have since Namco Surya produces parts for cars, so we have this stamping machine. It's about like it's about 1 ton, so it's like about 1,000 kilograms. So it's very, very heavy. So what happens is they push this device in the machine, and so during pushing it, there might be an accident in which like their hand is misplaced in a certain area. So what happened is that heavy 1,000 kilogram of die would like smash the fingers, and so that could cause broken fingers or anything. So then, so from there we understand like, oh, how could that happen? So from every step is analyzed like how or what can we improve so that the fingers won't get crushed if that process were to ever repeat again.
I see. Okay. So I pass to my friends for the next question.
Hello. Hi. Okay. For the sixth question, I just want to ask, if any situation, like if employee not wearing safety attire when doing their work.
Excuse me?
Example of situation, if employee.
Example. Okay. There's this example in doing welding or grinding work. So basically, when welding or grinding, sparks are produced. Sparks are basically habu, dust that are like hot, those orange things. So when they do those work, they tend to forget to wear safety glasses. So those dust may get into their eyes. And usually they just like squint their eyes small like that and just like cover and just do their work. However, they think that their hands are powerful enough to avoid the dust from coming to their eyes, but it's not. There's lots of spaces that could go. So what happens is when they do the work, the dust got in their eye, and it's hot dust, so it's the sparks. And so what could happen is the worst case scenario, they could lose their sight. Something so small and people think are insignificant can become something very major. They can become blind for life. So it may be something small, such as just wearing glasses, but it's one of the important things to wear during the work process. Yeah.
Thank you. I would like to pass to my friend to ask next question.
Okay, Yasmin. If had an accident, what will safety officer or OSHA do?
Okay, so first we evaluate the risk, the severity of the accident. So sometimes we evaluate it from the how many MC days they are taken. For example, more than 3 days MC, we consider as a major accident. So these major accidents, we have to report to DOSH. So there's this regulation called NADOPOD, Notification of Accident and Dangerous, something like that, Regulation 2004. I'm sorry, I don't memorize it. But the short form is NADOPOD, NADAPOD. So then we must just register what happened, how long that person has been working, so that DOSH can analyze what type of cases that happen and find ways to prevent that accident from happening again.
Okay, thank you. Next question, Fadila.
Sir or supervisor, safety supervisor, what course that we need to take for us to be in that position?
There is a safety and health officer certification. People call it the Green Book. So this Green Book, you just go through a course, and then there are 3 papers, because I'm just a degree holder, so I'm not a Green Book holder. But the process is you go through the course, for like, I'm not sure the duration, but then after you pass, there's like there's 4 papers. So after you pass the 3rd paper, the 4th paper is basically like a final year thesis. So in that final year thesis, you have to do a study on one location, and then you'd have to present it to DOSH, HIRAC, Hazard Identification Risk Analysis, Risk Control.
Okay.
Hi, Miss Asmi. I have one question. What did you do when discovered a hazard in your area?
Okay, so we do in the company, we implement this KY system, Kikenyochi. It's basically hazard identification. So when we identify it, we take a picture and we communicate to the employee immediately the hazard that's there, and then it has to be rectified immediately. But depending on the risk, the higher the risk, the more immediate it has to be done. But if it's a lower risk, then proper planning can be done within a certain time frame before implementing it. For example, we have a high platform, and so that high platform is more than 4 feet. So that would 4 feet, I believe. So more than that, it would be considered a very dangerous area, because if someone were to walk and not notice, they may fall and it can cause death. So those kinds of hazard, that one, if we identify it, if possible, if it can be corrected tomorrow, it's better. But if it can't, then you can do something momentary, like putting a cone or something to prevent people from going to that area, something like that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you for the answer. So,
Question is, how do you respond in the event of a fire hazardous waste spill alarm or medical emergency?
How do I respond?
In the event of a fire hazard, waste spill alarm or medical emergency.
Okay, so we have assigned an emergency response team. So these teams are assigned to several categories in which they will play their role. For example, in our team, there is the firefighter, there's the rescuer, there's the first aider. So all of these people will know their part and will contribute to it. So once the alarm is triggered, everyone has to find the nearest exit and berkumpul. Berkumpul dekat the assembly point. So the assembly point has to be about 100 meters away from the premise. So that's considered a safe area. And then once everyone is berkumpul dah, assembled, so the attendance has to be taken to ensure that everyone is enough. So That's what would happen. And then the first aider would give first aid to those who are injured, and then of course immediately call the nearest firefighter or the nearest hospital or the nearest police. That's best.
Okay, thank you for the question. Next.
I am Amira. For my question, I would like you to explain on how you evaluate the effectiveness of your occupational healthcare program.
Okay, so occupational healthcare program. For now, our company doesn't exactly have an occupational healthcare program, but anytime someone is reported sick, so the HR would receive the MCs. So from the MC, we can see, like, for instance, this person, we question, like, why is this person every week he has MC for like 3 days? Like, is he taking the MC on purpose, pretending to be sick, or is he truly sick? So when we see, like, oh, that person, like, in 1 month, they have 10 MCs. To us, we would think that would be weird. So when we look through it, we look at the history of their clinic visit, and we also interviewed that person, and we find out that that person was injured during work. So from there, we can identify. For example, back pain is common when they lift heavy objects. So they get MC for 7 days. So from there, we can identify.
So you don't have like medical checkup every year, lah? No.
No, our company doesn't have it yet.
Okay, thank you. And my last question would be, how do you assure that work restriction or work removal are followed?
Pardon me?
Like how you assure that the work restrictions are followed?
Work restriction.
Yeah.
Work restriction, meaning, can you give like an example, elaborate on it? Macam terangkan maksudnya macam mana?
Oh, like macam cakap Melayu. Sorry. I think work restriction is like working in a flow, but then how do you assure everyone's like, okay, like me in a construction company, we need to wear like
Like
this
they
boot
follow
ke
the
apa ke. So
SOP.
how do you actually know that everything is followed? Is that by like proper ke, or if you don't follow the strict uh,
I mean,
apa?
like, what
They
would
follow
happen if they don't follow? Ke?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
And how you assure like they follow? That's something like that.
how to, like, make sure they follow. For now, what we have done is a safety program. So that program will involve the employees. So these programs are basically like quizzes, games, and all that. And so prizes are given to them. So hopefully, in giving a prize, they feel like, while in the learning process of that safety program, and receiving a prize, maybe they can learn something from it. That's what we've done. On disciplinary action, basically the safety officer, site inspection is done every day, quite often in a day, and during the safety inspection, she would take pictures and highlight it immediately. So usually when she comes down, most of the time everyone complies already. And so and this awareness is not just to the safety officer, but it's also to the leaders, the supervisors, and the HODs. So these people will always be at the work site, so they will continuously be there to watch over the people following the rules. That's all
All
I
right,
can say.
thank you.
Okay, I think that's all for the question that we would like to ask. We would like to ask that we already asked you. I think all clear, right? The question that she answered clear, all of, is
So far
loud
clear.
and clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Yasmin, for your time and your knowledge about OSHA.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing with us the information in your company. Uh, anything from my friend want to ask Miss Yasmin?
So far, no.
No. Thank you for the
No, thank you.
opportunity for us to interview you, and thank you to all member.
Thank you, everyone. I'm sorry if you guys feel awkward, but and I'm sorry if I can't give like the best explanation. I
No,
consider
no,
myself as
it's quite
still
good.
new in this area,
Mm.
and now I'm not really and now my job is scope is not 100% focused on safety, but on training. So there's some correlation. So what based on what I remember, I try to explain. If you have any
Actually,
question, maybe I can type.
yes, you should
I
think.
think I can think better when I write.
Okay, thank you, Miss Yasmin. For that, we
Thank
will
you.
ended our discussion for today, and
Yeah.
thank you
So good
everyone for
night.
listening.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank
Bye.
Thank
you.
you,
Thank
Yasmin.
you.
Bye.
Thank you, Miss